Hey there, this is Clay, and today I'm going to be talking about how to convince your ex that you've really changed, that you're a different person, that you're a new person, that you're a better person, that you're a kind of person that they want to have a relationship with. A lot of people, by the time they've found their way here to watching a video like this or to being on our newsletter, they've already tried to convince their ex that they've changed, but that doesn't work. And I want to tell you why that doesn't work. And that's because, a lot of people may have actually changed. Maybe they have changed, but all they have to back that up is good intentions. All they have is good intentions with nothing to show for it. And really, at the end of the day, all people can really judge you by are your actions, what you do. It's like the tree. It's like a tree. A tree starts out as a seed, and that seed could have the very best intentions. It can have the intentions of becoming a giant tree that gives fruit and shade and light, and maybe not light, but it could provide life to all kinds of creatures through its own seeds, through its fruit, through the bark. Creatures, bugs, insects, birds can live in the bark. It can shade people on hot summer days. It can do all kinds of things. But until that seed grows into a tree, it means nothing. It means nothing. So what matters more are the actions that you take, the things that you follow through on, not so much the intentions that you have. Every time there's like a natural disaster or something like that, you always hear some people like, "Oh man, that was so terrible. All those children." So I feel so bad in my heart. I'm a good person because I feel bad for them in my heart. But that doesn't really make any difference. It doesn't change anything. There's still people out there whose lives have been destroyed, still dying, still starving, just because you feel bad, just because you feel like you're a good person. All that does is just gives you the right to pat yourself on the back. And it doesn't make a lick of difference in the world. However, if you actually do something about it, if you give money to a charity, if you go volunteer your time or effort to help rebuild whatever situation happened, those are actual deeds, those are actual actions that can have a measurable result and can really show someone that you are that kind of person, that you're not just all talk, that you're not just saying something to make yourself feel better, saying something because it's socially acceptable to say that, or anything like that. And the same goes with your relationship. Just because your ex, dumped you because they said you weren't like emotionally available or whatever, I don't know. But you start calling them, you're like, "Yeah, I'm so emotionally available. I'm here for you now, baby. Yeah, let's talk about our feelings," or something like that. That doesn't change anything. Like, you have to actually have the actions and deeds that follow through on that. You have to do that. You have to be the person who's there to comfort them when they're crying. You have to be the person that's there to listen to them when they've had a bad day or a good day or something happened or something didn't happen. You have to actually have the actions that follow through on this change that you've supposedly made. And that's the reason why we recommend active no contact. It's not just like regular no contact, passive no contact that everyone else suggests you do, that everyone else recommends that you do, where you just kind of cut ties and get back in touch and you go, "Yeah, man, I changed. I'm like all this better person." No, you actually have to become the better person. You have to actually put in that time. You have to spend that month of active no contact, or those 2 months, or however long you decide to do it, actually doing the things that you need to do in order to take your life in a better direction. You have to put in the work so that you can become the kind of person that really deserves the kind of relationship that you want, that really demonstrates to your ex that you have become this new person, that you've become a changed person, and that that's demonstratable through your actions. Yes, look, I actually lost 10 pounds. Look, I actually got a new job. I got a promotion. Look, I can play the guitar now for the first time ever. Here's a scale that I learned how to play. And when you put in the work, when it's demonstratable that things are different, that you have changed, then that is when they'll be able to see that you actually have done it. And that's when they'll actually be able to have that space in their mind, in their heart, to really consider giving you another chance, to really consider working things out with you, and to have a new and better relationship with you. It can't just be all talk. And so that's one of the main reasons why we advocate the active no contact rule. So I hope that helps you understand why you have to be the change, why you have to actually put in the work. It's the difference between a tiny seed hoping to one day be a tree and an actual tree that has grown and is willing to give its gifts to the world, whether that be fruit, whether that be shade, whether that be shelter. So I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope you can take this and apply this to your life, and I hope it really gives you the motivation and the inspiration to go out there and make a positive change in your life. If you'd like to learn more about how to do this, how to be the change, how to really be the tree and not just the seed, and how to have actions that really show your ex and the world around you that you're a new and different, better person, then please head on over to relationshipinnergame.com and sign up there so that we can give you more free tips and advice on how to do this. Thanks.